They say, oh, you get burned out. No, bitch, you'd get burned out. I'm not burned out. Their crybaby is just a reflection of their own lack of dedication to do something significant. Universally, when I set important goals, I've always accomplished my goals. If you don't have $1 million yet, you're living a much lesser life than what could be easily available to you with the right guidance. My head coach has freed up a few spots in his calendar to hold one-on-one strategy calls with the highest quality applicants. If you're doing well already and you're looking to accelerate your momentum and do even better, click the link in the description now and apply for your strategy session. More at the end of this video. Ravi asks, hi Derek, thanks for your time. Regarding burnout, people who talk about burnout are completely missing the fucking point. The reason people get burnout is because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. But rarely do you hear people say they should dig deep in themselves and get real with themselves about what truly matters to them. I couldn't agree more. I'm happy for you to say it in just slightly different words than I do. I 100% agree with what you said. These are people that haven't thought through well enough who they are as an individual. What type of person are they? What type of life would they like to live? Who would be the best companions for that type of life? And if you have clarity about that, I know who I am, I know what I want, I know what type of people I'm supposed to spend time with, and what type of people I'm supposed to avoid. That gives you an awful lot of clarity in life. Gives you an awful lot of clarity. If somebody's not respectful of my time, they will have zero of my time. They will have none. None. It makes no sense. If somebody's disrespectful of my time, is the first indicator. I'm like, oh, I need to avoid this person entirely. No time for them. Other opportunities. So yeah, man, having that clarity and that lets you know how to manage your time. And then if you're spending your time on, things that are resource gathering behaviors, gathering social resources, intellectual resources, if you're smart and you have good people around you, you're going to go find some fucking money, aren't you? If you're smart and you have good people around you, now smart doesn't mean just IQ. If you filled your brain with the right information and you surrounded yourself with the right people and you had any respectable amount of motivation, could you not go find some money together? Of course. So that's all I'm suggesting you do. And then I just say, do that obsessively, build the momentum and get in the habit of doing that obsessively instead of pretending that, when you identify a great opportunity, instead of pretending that that's going to exist forever, when you find a great opportunity, monetize it. When late 2008, early 2009 happens, that's a great time to buy stocks. And it doesn't last forever. So that's a time where you shouldn't be sleeping. In my opinion, I didn't sleep much. I was working my ass off for months. And my portfolio went down about 70% before it started going up dramatically. So I made a lot of money from that. I made, millions of dollars, but my portfolio went down quite a lot before it went up. Because, your timing's not going to be perfect. Nothing's promised to you. You feel, it sucks working hard to lose money. But when things turn around and you start making money faster than you lost it, it's a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun to get big ass returns. When 2020 happened, when everybody else was being hysterical, I was just getting paid. I was just making money. So while everybody else was scared and hiding, I was buying physical real estate. I was buying commercial real estate through the stock market. I was buying REITs in the stock market. I was buying oil and gas infrastructure. I was buying all sorts of infrastructure, electrical companies. I bought all sorts of infrastructure. I made $42 million. I added about $42 million to my net worth in less than 2 years during that time. So, did I sleep? No, I was underslept and I ate too much carbs. My immune system felt like shit. I felt awful. Probably looked awful. I got fat. Mostly because the communists in my area closed the gyms. You couldn't go to a gym. I built my own gym. That was my response to it. I built 2 gyms for that matter. I built an MMA gym and a weight training gym. So I don't have that problem in the future. But at that time, I gained weight. I lost sleep. My immune system felt like shit. There's a time where I didn't go lay down in bed for weeks, for a period of weeks. I'd take a nap on the couch, look at some more financial statements, take a nap again when I was sufficiently exhausted, drink some coffee, look at some more financial statements. And I was very well rewarded for it. So, today, by the way, I weighed in today, 9.5% body fat, bit over 250, about 252, 9.5%. I was like 30%. I was 31% body fat a couple of years ago. Now, I wasn't going to stay there. Now, the internet will say, dude, you're fat. Dude, you're fat. It's a lot easier to lose a little fat than to gain 45 IQ points. So I'm doing just fine. Everything's good. It's no problem. Dude, you're fat. Those guys are still poor. They're still poor. I'm not. I'm not fat. I'm not poor. I'm not dumb. Everything's good. So don't worry what people say. Don't worry what your family says. Don't worry what your friend. Don't worry about what anybody thinks. If they have different goals than yours, then of course your behavior is going to be unrelatable to them. If you're working hard on something that they don't understand and they don't value enough to put in, a similar amount of work to be competitive to actually get the outcome that you have in mind, if they're not working in the same direction as you, of course they find it unrelatable. So don't worry about their opinion at all. They literally have no right to have an opinion about the topic. It's not even a goal of theirs. It'd be like me, I don't know, talking about like piano or guitar or something. I mean, I like pianos enough that at least I own a piano. I look at my piano. It looks great. It's lovely. I glanced at it earlier today. I love having a super expensive, big ass grand piano. It looks nice. I don't even own a guitar. Those are pretty cheap compared to a piano. Those are very inexpensive compared to a baller piano. So I don't even own a guitar. So it'd be like me trying to tell you about, how to play a guitar. I can't play a guitar. I don't own a guitar. I really don't know much about it. I guess there's some, I don't even know how many strings are on a guitar. 6 or so? 5, 6? Shit, that was a lucky guess. I didn't even know that. That was a lucky guess. About 6 strings on the guitar. I get a basic idea about, the tension, the thickness of the string and the material of the string and the tension on the string makes, different frequencies resonate to make the sound. So I know just the basic mechanics of, the physics of how the damn thing works, but I don't know shit about the guitar. So I don't really have an opinion. If somebody told me, I'm trying to be a, world-class guitarist, I wouldn't offer an opinion about that because I haven't done it. I don't own one. I kind of don't give a shit about it. But all these other idiots out there that are not rich, they're not making the effort to be rich, but they got a lot of opinions about your behavior. Well, that's no more valuable than my opinion about how to play guitar. It makes no sense. So an intelligent person would realize they wouldn't even say those things to you. By saying those things to you to try to discourage your success, they're really just highlighting their stupidity. They're just really highlighting that they're not true friends. They're not very smart, and a lot easier to be a critic of somebody that's winning than to go win yourself. So those people, and from the bottom of my heart, those people, pay no attention to them. And I agree with what you said again. Is, manage your time wisely. Go gather the social resources and intellectual resources that are going to help you gather the financial resources. You have an awful lot of freedom. Then you can have a lot of freedom to do whatever the hell you want. And don't worry about what people think that don't share your goals and don't have the same enthusiasm. They say, you get burned out. No, bitch, you'd get burned out. I'm not burned out. No, those people are just... their crybaby shit is just a reflection of their own lack of dedication to do something significant. When I set goals, I tend to accomplish those goals. Universally, when I set important goals, I've always accomplished my goals. Like literally always. It's not even cocky. It's just a fact. I wanted to go to a good business school. I went to the best business school. When I wanted to do good things in business, we get a $50 million plaque on the way very soon. ClickFunnels plaque, $50 million in revenue from the Moneyberg business. Things about my dating life. I wanted, high quality younger women. Guess what? I always had high quality younger women. If one of them act crazy, I was happy to date girls for years at a time. One day, if a girl wakes up, bumps her head, starts acting crazy, I'm happy to say goodbye. Somebody else will be happy to spend time with me. I'm going to keep my value high. I'm going to keep learning things. I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to be exceptional. But at any age that I'm at, I'm going to be exceptional. And I'm extremely resourceful. I have a lot of value to offer. So people are going to want to spend time with me. So I'm going to have good guy friends. I'm going to have great, everything. I want the best everything. So I make sure that I work for it and I deserve it. Charlie Munger, whose statue is right over here. Charlie Munger says, best way to get what you want in life is to deserve it. I think there's a lot of brilliance there. The best way to get what you want is to deserve it. Not to cry baby about shit. Just put in the work and deserve it. Like, I don't feel confident in things that I haven't earned. It doesn't make sense to be like, when people try to so hard to scheme on something to get rich overnight or get some result overnight, or get abs in 8 days, lose 20 pounds and have abs in 8 days. Like, how is that sustainable? You just see me make steady progress. There's volatility, but I just make steady progress. If you look at my videos over the past couple of years, remember some of them are not sequential. Be smart enough to understand that many of them are not sequential. We have content I filmed a year ago that's not even released yet. So there'll be some more videos that'll come out like that. But if you've seen anybody that's close to me that's seen me over the past couple of years, like, I never went on a diet. I just changed a few behavioral habits, and my muscles are good and my weight's down. I mean, I had a lot of muscle, so I didn't gain a lot of muscle. Maybe I gained 10 pounds of muscle and I lost a lot of fat. That didn't take a whole lot of discipline, or I didn't talk about it so much. I didn't need to hype myself up to do it. Those are just little private decisions every day. Like, I don't need to eat quite as much. You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.